It was a day of many firsts for the Indian Space Research Organisation. The agency launched its heaviest rocket so far. A total of 36 broadband communication satellites were on board. The rocket is a launch vehicle Mark III. It was a maiden commercial mission of this kind. The rocket took off from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre in Andhra Pradesh. It has successfully orbited 36 satellites of a UK-based firm. The rocket is 43.5 meters long and weighs 644 tons. The LVM-3 is a commercial satellite mission overseen by a central public sector enterprise. The mission was a joint collaboration between the New Space India Limited and OneWeb. Interestingly, OneWeb is a joint venture between Bharti Enterprises and the British government.
At this moment, let me tell you that 16 have been separated very safely as we expected, and the remaining 20 satellites will be separating when we are not able to see it from this place. The data will come little later, and the mission operations of observing this separation is continuing. This mission is a historic mission primarily because this is the very second operational mission of LVM-3 that has gone commercial, and this is an opportunity that LVM-3 is able to do such a wonderful mission, and we are very hopeful that the next mission of LVM-3 will do the same to place the remaining 36 satellites that it has been contracted with NSIL for the next launch of LVM-3 M3 mission.
Putting another jewel in ISRO's crown, the launch has granted LVM-3 an entry into the global commercial launch service market. Earlier, the OneWeb satellites were launched by Russian rockets. Moscow has had a dominant presence in the space for a long time now. With New Delhi making its debut, experts are keenly watching for what's next in store. Ajay Lele is a consultant at Manohar Parrikar Institute for Defence Studies, and he's joining us for more on this great feat for India. Ajay, welcome to WION.
Thank you.
What's your view on ISRO's milestone to launch rockets into space?
I think this is a very important step as far as ISRO entering into the commercial market of low Earth orbit satellites. For a couple of years, rather a couple of decades, ISRO has been launching satellites into a low Earth orbit. But they were essentially very small satellites, barring one odd place when India launched a satellite for Israel and one for Italy, which was slightly a bigger satellite. Otherwise, ISRO has been launching many satellites which are basically of a capability of a nano satellite or a micro satellite. So now to get into a big satellite launch market, ISRO was trying hard for quite some time. And the success of this mission actually demonstrates that now ISRO can lift up a weight which can be around 6,000 tons at this point in time, but the vehicle is expected to lift a weight of around 8 tons. So a major market which is there to launch smaller satellites, bigger satellites into a low Earth orbit. ISRO can do very well into that segment now.
Ajay, ISRO is slowly but steadily becoming a leading player in the global commercial satellite launch market, like you said there. What's your view on this feat, and what does this mean for India?
You see, as far as India is concerned, India is steadily entering into the satellite launch market for a couple of years and couple of decades now, one can say. As far as satellite business is concerned, now India has opened a new leaf with the formation of New Space India Limited, which was established in the year 2019. Now, this particular agency is going to look after the entire range of space businesses for India, right from giving transponders on lease to giving some sort of a consultancy to other space agencies who require that, to developing satellites and to launch satellites into various orbits. At the same time, to launch satellites of various categories. When I'm saying categories, basically I'm trying to say that the launch could be made into a small satellites. ISRO has already tested. Unfortunately, it was not a major success. Just a couple of months back, small satellite launch vehicle. ISRO has developed a specific vehicle for launching smaller satellites out into the space. And this particular vehicle is developed for launching bigger satellites into the space. But right now, ISRO's focus appears to be more towards low Earth orbit satellites. And subsequently, I'm sure with the success of GSLV Mark III, ISRO can launch heavy satellites into geostationary orbit also. So this is a very steady growth, which ISRO is saying. It's a very systematic growth, and ISRO is taking one step at a time.
RJ Lele, thank you very much for your insights and for talking to WION today. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.